Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Starry Tarot. Good to see you. My name is Sophie. For those of you who may be new here, and if you are new here, welcome and thank you for your subscription. If you are returning, hello, good to see you. And to one of our returning subscribers, thank you as well. Thank you so much, Matt, for your donation. How are you doing? And you are interested in an OG reading today. You got it, my friend. And today I am using the Black Cats Tarot deck, the one, the only, the very, very adorable Black Cats Tarot deck. You're a bit anxious. I'm sorry to hear that. Story of my life. I'm not trying to downplay your anxiety, but I deeply empathize with you because I don't think a day goes by where I don't have pretty bad anxiety at least once, or sometimes throughout the day. But I'm sorry to hear that. Is it something specific or just in general? And we also received a donation from Miss Sarah. Thank you so much, Sarah, for your donation, love. Let me go ahead and add you here. Hey, how are you doing, love? Another OG reading on Rebecca. We got into it today, sort of. Oh, so you guys are talking? Or you guys had some kind of communication? Okay. Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What are Rebecca's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Matt? Yes, love, I just added you. Thank you. Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Rebecca's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Matt? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Rebecca's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Matt? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Rebecca's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Matt? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Rebecca's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Matt? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Rebecca's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Matt? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Rebecca's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Matt? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Rebecca's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Matt? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Rebecca's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Matt? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Rebecca's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Matt? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Rebecca's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Matt? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Rebecca's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Matt? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Rebecca's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Matt? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Rebecca's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Matt? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Rebecca's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Matt? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Rebecca's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Matt? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Rebecca's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Matt? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Rebecca's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Matt? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Rebecca's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Matt? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Rebecca's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Matt? Not really. It was a comment thread on a live stream from last night. She was not kind, but she lied a lot about me. She's trying to make me out to be some crazy ex. And you guys never even dated either, right? You guys were never together? My goodness. Okay, let's see. We have 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords reversed, Strength reversed, 6 of Cups, the Hierophant reversed, 8 of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles reversed, Nine of Cups reversed, Knight of Pentacles reversed. Sorry, give me one sec. Yeah, Judgment, Nine of Pentacles reversed, Ace of Cups, Three of Swords reversed, Knight of Wands, and Five of Swords reversed. Okay. Not physically. We talked for about 6 months. I was flying out to see her, and she ended it at that time. Oh, I think you told me about that. I think you did tell me about that. Sorry, one second. Okay, starting with your current general energies, we have this Six of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and Nine of Pentacles reversed. With this Six of Pentacles, you, correct me if I'm wrong here, but you're wanting some kind of balance to be restored. And that's part of it. Part of it is wanting some kind of normalcy, or at least some peace in this situation. Yeah, then we reconciled a bit later, and I walked after a month. Okay. But what I'm also seeing with this Six of Pentacles is this back and forth. I think I've told you this in the past. She'll likely continue trying to communicate with you / watching you until you, well, you have shirked her affections. You have not responded to her. You have ignored her, and yet she still keeps coming forward towards you, and in really difficult ways. I'd like her to stop being crazy about this. Yes, absolutely. To have some sense of balance and normalcy and calm. But I also don't get the sense that you want to completely banish her from your life with this Eight of Pentacles here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I get the sense that you do feel like there's a possibility that this can be, that her negative attitudes towards you and the things that she's saying about you right now can be, that you guys can come to at least some kind of like stalemate here. Because with this Nine of Pentacles reversed, it's not helping her, it's not helping you. This type of conversation, this kind of energy, this kind of back and forth. And we just received a donation from Wendy. Thank you so much, Wendy. Let me go ahead and add you here. Sorry, one moment. But with the Nine of Pentacles reversed, it's also, I don't want her completely gone. I'm still hopeful, but I know she's lying about me. And that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing here, Matt, is I see that there is still some hope. You don't want her completely out of your life. And I think a big part of that hope is that she will, like, be normal, which I would argue she's never been normal towards you. She may have seemed normal when you guys were first talking with one another and getting to know one another, but I think I know she was concealing a lot of mental illness underneath that and dysfunction. And I see that with this Nine of Pentacles reverse. It's like the what ifs, the potential for still feeling some type of potential for things to be positive and harmonious and have a somewhat of an optimistic trajectory. Sorry, one moment. she was concealing quite a bit, and I was still willing to work with her. Yeah, and we'll get to that in a moment too. Well, I'll address that right now. That's wonderful that you were willing to work with her, despite what she concealed from you. But when you're in a partnership with someone, whether it be platonic or romantic, there is a part of that is a caretaker role, but you can't be her therapist, you can't be her doctor, and that's really what she needs right now. She does she need love? Yes, she does need love. She does need partnership, but she also really needs to heal. She has a lot that another person who's not a professional can't help, because then say things do go awry and you guys were dating and then things go awry, then her source of help would be gone as well. Whereas that's why she needs a professional as well as support, but she needs a professional. She needs a third party that she's not emotionally attached to in any way. And her general energies right now, we have the the Hierophant reversed, Judgment, and the Five of Swords reversed. This Hierophant reverse with her general energies, like she's aware that she doesn't go by the book, that she's different. That is something that she is aware of. She's definitely unconventional, but she also really wants to. I mean, and I don't know if she is seeking professional help at all, because I do see someone who recognizes that, and that they're not functioning the way that they should, and that they're losing out on a lot of things in life because she's not taking care of her mental health. And she's often not willing to listen to others. So I don't even know if professional help would be beneficial to her at this time. The Hierophant reverse is also a refusal to listen and to just see things as like, okay, well, I'm unconventional, I'm different. Doesn't necessarily mean that I'm doing anything wrong, or that there's anything that what my behaviors are holding me back or not benefiting me. She goes back and forth between seeing the bigger picture and not, but I honestly feel like the only person she really listens to is herself. That's very true. She's stubborn and doesn't listen. Yeah, and with this Judgment card as well, and with this Five of Swords reversed card, she's at, I don't want to call it breaking point, but I mean, she's within a conflict within herself, where she knows she wants you. I see it all the time in the cards. Her behavior is someone who is the behavior of someone who does not function normally, does not function with a lot of sense, to put it kindly, yet still has unmet desires, unfulfilled desires. That, hi Lorraine, hey girl, she still has unfulfilled desires for you that I feel the longer they're being unfulfilled and the more she's denying herself of you, the kookier she's getting and the wilder she's getting. I'm trying to think of a better word to use for this, but like the more senseless her behavior and words become. And with this Five of Swords reverse, it's like she, again with this Hierophant reverse, like she's not taking other people's advice. She's not heeding other people's advice, even if they were to give it to her. I don't know if people are giving her advice, but even if someone was to give her advice, she wouldn't take it. She sees this as like, this is me, I'm unique, and I think she holds out on some potential and hope too. But the reality is, I mean, yeah, the two of you like one another, but she's not she's not well enough to be in a connection. And that's not to say that people that aren't mentally well can't be in romantic connections, but she at least needs a professional to help handle her issues right now. And again, I don't see her actually. You have to be vulnerable, and you have to be willing to listen to others in order to get that kind of help. And her thoughts towards it, we have the Seven of Swords reversed, the Five of Pentacles reversed, and the Ace of Cups. The Seven of Swords reversed, it's like her thinking has done a 360. It hasn't done a 360, but it's gotten worse. Her behaviors have gotten worse, and she's starting to get paranoid, and she's starting to like come up with things in her mind that are untrue to fit in missing pieces where they, to fit in the pieces of information where there's missing pieces, which is what humans do when a lot of us do when we're faced with, information that we're not completely clear on. But she takes it to a whole different level with the Seven of Swords reversed. And then with this Five of Pentacles reverse, this is very much of the energy of, not willing to listen to other people's advice, not willing to get help, no regrets, just charging forward. And it sounds like she's saying like really untrue things about you, defaming your character. She has gotten worse. What she did to me today was disconcerting. Yeah, I'm seeing someone who's having a farther disconnect from reality than the energy I've picked up on her in the past. Does she have affection for you? Absolutely. But her actions with this Ace of Cups, but her actions go against the senses of a quote-unquote normal person or a mentally balanced person. She's feeling very thwarted when in reality it wasn't a matter of you turning her away. It's a matter of her not coming to you correctly, being difficult, not accepting, your support, your love, your comfort, your care. And most people would be turned away by that, including you, Matt. She pushed you away, in my opinion. I'm really sorry, Matt. It's nothing to worry about. In the sense that she's not going to hurt you. She's not going to try to hurt you any more than you allow her to. I know you still want to keep her in your life. I know you do still see some potential, but as I say to a lot of people, and as I have to tell myself, just because two people like one another does not mean that they should be with one another. And this is definitely one of those cases where I do not see her as a woman who should be in a relationship right now. She should be in a relationship with a professional who should be helping her. But because her actions do not align with her feelings or her thoughts. And I've seen this with other clients of mine as well, dealing with people that are similar. It's like, well, why do they act this way towards me if they like me? Well, you can't really make sense out of something or someone that behaves senselessly. Her feelings, we have Strength reversed, the Nine of Cups reversed, and the Three of Swords reversed. Yeah, she's lashing out. She's lashing out because she feels insecure, and not her narrative is likely, I was not chosen by him, when really she pulled away when you came forward to her very solidly, and she's twisting it, and this is where her idea, her concept of reality is vastly warped. And she's very dissatisfied with her life right now and this situation. She feels very dissatisfied with this Nine of Cups reversed. I know. Yeah, you did choose her. And then she told you not to come visit her. She pushed you away. Did she? I don't know if she gave you a solid reason as to what that was, but I think it was a myriad reason. There are myriad reasons there. Hi, Roddy. Welcome. And she's. I think a big reason why she lashed out recently is because she's really discontent, really dissatisfied, and is hurt and disappointed with this Three of Swords reverse, and felt like lashing out would be cathartic for her in some way. Her intentions towards you, we have the Six of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles reversed, and the Knight of Wands. And that's telling me that she's going to continue watching you and trying to talk to you as long as you let her energy in. With the Six of Cups, she will always be looking fondly at you and the potential of what the two of you could have had, but she can't take accountability. She can't rest and be at ease knowing that she was the one that thwarted this whole thing, that she pushed you away. So she's given herself this false narrative that it's you. It's something that she can't handle. The idea that she pushed you away. So she's telling herself, like, oh, I wasn't chosen, this, that, and the other. She's warped reality. And in terms of reaching out to you, we have this Knight of Pentacles and the continuation of her communication with you. With this, while we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed, we have this Knight of Wands up right underneath. This is telling me that, yeah, she's going to be watching you, trying to communicate with you in any way that she can, but nothing of substance. All driven from desire, all driven from knee-jerk reactions, emotional knee-jerk reactions. So it is a very sad situation, Matt. It has been a sad situation. I'd say from the time that she pushed you away when you were going to come visit her, and she told you not to visit. That would absolutely break me. That would really hurt me, and really disappoint me. But would I keep that person in my life? Not likely, because that's a huge red flag. Even if I develop something with them over 6 months, that's a huge red flag. And look at all of the other flags that have popped up since then. That's why, it's why it's called a red flag. Warning, warning, this isn't going to be a one-time thing. She's going to be difficult. Difficult is putting it lightly. She's troublesome. She's not well. Which is not to say that she doesn't have feelings for you. It's not to say that you don't have feelings for her, or that you shouldn't have feelings for her, or that she shouldn't have feelings for you. It is what it is. But I think, and I can't tell you what to do or how to feel, Matt, but I do think that holding out for some possibility for her to get better and and accept you into her life, I think that can be dangerous. It's not positive hope. I mean, it's okay to, I guess, hold on to a fragment of that, but at the same time, given everything, so you guys essentially put it in terms like, I'll put it in terms like this. It sounds like you guys had 6 good months together, and it sounds like you guys have had upwards of 5 bad years together at this point. I don't know how long, but maybe a little shorter than that if my math's mathing. But there's just a huge imbalance there, and that imbalance is indicative of how it has likely always been imbalanced. She withheld, I don't want to say the crazy from you, but she withheld her trouble, we'll call it troublesomeness, I suppose, difficulties, erratic behavior from you for 6 months. And one can only hide it for that long. 2.5 years, still too long. In my opinion, it's just too long. It for sure outweighs the 6 months that things were good. I really think it would be in your best interest to not pay her any attention, because the more attention you do give her in any form, the more it's also ramping up her desire for you, which, you know, I can understand, you know, it's nice to be desired and vice versa when it's someone we like, but it's, yeah, you're having anxiety. You're very welcome, Matt. I just want you to not. I want you to be at peace, and she's not, and people that are not at peace, they drag others down a lot of the time. Much love and light to you, Matt. Thank you so much for your donation. Yeah, and you know, she's gonna have to figure it out on her own. Because I mean, you offered to help her figure it out with with you, and she pushed you away. Um, and none of it's your fault, as I'm sure you know. How are you, Sophie? Sorry, I want to go do something. I'm doing well, thank you, Lorraine. Hi, Miss Sarah. Can we do a love spread for Eris towards? That's his name. He's an Aquarius. How do I pronounce his name? Did I pronounce that correctly? Eris? Or Ayers? Or Aris? Miss Sarah? I don't know if you can type it phonetically, or did I pronounce it right? Aris? And he is an Aquarius. Thank you, Lorraine. How are you doing? I'm getting ready to see the MJ movie next week. Not sure if you're into it or gonna see it. I like Michael Jackson's music. I especially like that era of his music, like the Off the Wall era. That's one of my favorite albums. It was one of the first albums I ever bought when I was a kid. But I don't think I'm gonna see the movie. I'm not super interested. But I've been listening to his music a lot lately. All right, angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Aris's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Aris's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Aris's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Aris's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Aris's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Aris's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Aris's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Aris's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Aris's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Aris's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Aris's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Aris's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Aris's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Aris's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Aris's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Alright, let's see here. We have Four of Swords reversed, the Emperor reversed, Ace of Swords reversed, Two of Wands, Three of Pentacles reversed, the High Priestess reversed, Seven of Wands reversed, Seven of Cups, Ten of Cups reversed, and Justice reversed. Is this a new connection? Hi, Gina. Welcome, welcome. The cue right now, I am reading for Sarah, and then we have Wendy. So if you made a donation, you would be after Wendy, or you can always donate to skip the line. Thank you. Okay, so is this a new connection, Sarah? It is? Okay. Hey, Monique, how are you, love? Good to see you, girl. So starting with your general energies right now, we have and I'm, as you might know, I'm an Aquarius. I'm currently talking to an Aquarius who I've dated in the past. So I've dated Aquariuses, I am one myself, so I am feeling a very strong Aquarius energy from him. And I will be very honest with you, the two signs that are very difficult for me to date are Virgo and Pisces for me. I was actually just thinking about that right before I went online. I've talked to other Aquariuses about that too. It's very, earth signs in general and water signs in general are hard, but dating Virgos has always been difficult for me, and Pisces too. We had a little situation we have to work through. Okay, so what I'm seeing, starting with your current energy, we have this Four of Swords reversed and the High Priestess reversed. These are both cards of introspection. And, oh, yeah, a little, I mean, it's not anything deep, girl, and it's nothing to get excited about at all. We're just friends. Like, really, like, his intentions are very Ten of Cups reversed. When I do readings on him, it's like, yeah, he likes you, like, as a friend, and he's attracted to you, but, like, he ain't looking for anything, so, yeah. Nothing to get excited about, but, yeah. So these cards are both cards of introspection, the High Priestess and the Four of Swords, and they're both in their reversed form, which is not to say that you haven't deeply thought about this or really looked into your intuition. I am really into him. He expressed his feelings for me this week. And I'll get to that in a moment, because I do see attraction towards you on his side, and I'll get to all of his thoughts, feelings, and intentions here. But with this Four of Swords reversed and this High Priestess reversed, I don't know how long you've known one another for. Maybe you guys have known one another longer, and now you guys are kind of talking more. But Spirit is saying that it would be like more time is definitely needed. They really suggest more time and getting to know who he is, which is what, you know, dating someone is all about, or even being friends with someone. His general energies, we have the Three of Pentacles reversed and Justice reversed. This is already not looking great for me. While I do believe that he is interested in you, I do not think you guys are looking for the same thing. And I'm not just saying that because that's what's going on with the Aquarius that I'm dealing with, but the cards are very similar to what I've seen with I haven't done a lot of readings on that guy. I try to keep it minimal, like, so I don't drive myself, like pulling hella cards, but so I try to keep it minimal, but, like, yeah, it's not a lack of interest, but I would wager that this guy's a very busy guy. He's got a lot going on, probably lots of friends and different endeavors going on in his life, and that does concern him with this Three of Pentacles reversed, that things might not work out in the long run, and that this might be an imbalanced connection with this Justice reversed card. This Justice reversed card isn't telling me that he wants to do you wrong, but that he is already sensing that there might be an imbalance when it comes to the depth of feelings, because we have his thoughts towards you. We have the Emperor reversed and the Seven of Wands reversed. This is where I get the sense that he's one of those Aquarius guys that, like, they fly solo. sometimes their whole lives. He does not think that he doesn't want to be anyone's emperor right now. And I don't know if you guys have talked about that or even gotten that far yet, but he is sensing that energy. He's very busy. Okay, and I think that's also another thing that was also the energy I was sensing too. Is like that he can't. He simply can't be. It's not about you. It's like he really can't at this time be a partner towards someone. Yeah, he expressed to me he wants a relationship. Interesting. Okay, interesting. Well, if he said that he wants a relationship, I'll get to that in a moment, but his idea of what a relationship is might be a little different. But he said that he wants marriage. The cards are saying he doesn't want marriage. I'll get to that in a moment. With his thoughts, we have this Emperor reversed and the Seven of Wands reversed. The Seven of Wands reversed is, it's not denying that he is attracted to you, but it's another acknowledgement of, I don't think I have the energy and the time to give to a solid relationship. I think that he's, the one thing I think that he's not being forthright about is the marriage thing. Unless his idea of marriage is just vastly different from yours, we specifically have with his intentions, we have the Two of Wands and the Ten of Cups reversed. The Ten of Cups is a marriage card. Ten of Cups is ultimate contentment, ultimate happiness and contentment in a relationship. And when I see it reversed, it doesn't necessarily mean that he doesn't want marriage, but he would possibly want an open marriage or further on down the line. But I feel like if he wanted marriage now, and I feel like if he told you sincerely that he wanted marriage, it would imply that he was looking for a fiance. And I'm just wondering how sincere he's being on that front. Because we do have this Two of Wands, which is also concerning me, because Two of Wands is a decision. With this Seven of Cups, I'm wondering how single he is right now. And wanting children. How long have you guys been talking? How long have you known each other for? That's a lot. I mean, those are the important bases to cover if you're talking to someone who you're interested in. At least when it comes, what I'm seeing here is when it comes to his intentions towards you, I'm seeing someone who doesn't want to push you to the side, but they don't want something long-term and committed, at least not right now. He told me he feels we're on track to that, so that's why I'm confused, I guess. And how long have you guys been talking for? Because to be on track towards children and marriage, you've got to really know someone for a little while, at least a few months, I feel. If I was dating someone and they told me that they wanted marriage and kids, I wouldn't be able to take them seriously, or on track to it. I wouldn't be able to take them seriously until about maybe the 3-month point. It's been a couple of months. Okay, but he was marriage minded when we first spoke. Okay, so no, I stand corrected. So it's been a couple of months. Okay. Well, Spirit is still saying. Well, you said that you guys got into it. I'm still getting this message from Spirit that you definitely want to get to know him more before settling on that idea with him and him alone. His feelings. We are exclusive now. I told him I need more time. Okay. Hi, Kay. Welcome. Yeah, if you have a question, all my donation information can be found at the bottom of the chat. Thank you. So you're exclusive now, and you told him you need more time. Yeah, absolutely. That makes sense. And you're a Virgo, Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. Do things feel good in the connection? Because we do have this Ace of Swords reversed, which is often indicative of some miscommunications or difficulties in communication. Yeah, the Seven of Cups, he does have feelings for you. That I can't deny. He does see you as a potential partner. But maybe he needs more time too, and or does it sound like he's trying to rush into marriage and kids? Because these cards just don't show me someone who's trying to rush into being a father, getting married. We have both the father card and the husband card reversed and the marriage card reversed here. So I don't know if he's had some change of heart. I mean, he said that he felt that the two of you were on track towards marriage and kids. But I do, and I don't know how old he is, but I do see and sense a guy who's he's not really marriage minded in the sense that I don't see him really making space for that in his life. He's got to have to drop a lot of, I don't want to say drop a lot of balls to get married and have kids, but there's certain things that he's going to have to walk away from if that's what he really wants. And I just don't, I don't know if he's ready to walk away from all those things. And it's not other women. That's not so much what I'm seeing. It's more freedom. I don't know if he's creative, if he works a lot, maybe both of those things. This is I don't want to tell you that he's lying to you, because it has been a couple of months, but from what I'm seeing in the cards here, yeah, we've both the husband card is reversed, the husband and the father. Ten of Cups is definitely a marriage card. Seven of Wands reversed is rocky footing, rocky, like a rocky foundation. Ace of Swords reversed, difficulties in communication. You mentioned that you guys had a falling. I don't know if you said you had a falling out or I think you said a disagreement. A little situation that you had to work through. Okay. I would just tread slowly and surely with this guy. I'm not going to tell you to, obviously I'm not going to tell you to walk away from him. You guys have been dating for a couple of months. But I would take the words he says, I don't want to say with a grain of salt, but to look at the bigger picture. Like, if you guys are going to get married in the near future, you know, how often do you guys see one another? I know you guys are exclusive now, but have you guys tried living with one another? You know, if that's something that you're okay with. Some people don't believe in living with people before marriage, but there's just a lot of things to consider when it comes to the long term with someone. And it's not that I'm not saying that he doesn't like you or isn't attracted to you. It's not that's nothing that I'm seeing. I am seeing someone who's definitely attracted to you, and has affections for you, but is likely kind of putting the cart before the horse. He could very well want marriage with you, but at least Spirit's saying it's not the right time and he's not in that place. But it doesn't mean that it could never happen at the same time. I think so. I really, definitely continue dating each other. You know, continue getting to know one another. Slow and steady wins the race. You don't want to be married to someone. You don't want to be tied down to someone for the rest of your life who you can't, be with or have difficulty being with in the long haul. So, that is what I'm seeing for you, Miss Sarah. Thank you very much for your donation. Miss Monique, it's your birthday today. Oh my gosh. Yes, it sure is. Happy birthday to you, Monique. Yes, you do get a birthday reading. Let me go ahead and add you here. Thank you for letting me know. And yeah, that applies to everyone who's a regular on the channel or who's been to the channel if it's your birthday. And I know when it's your birthday because I know y'all signs. just let me know and you get hooked up with a free birthday reading. Thank you so much, Monique. And thank you again, Miss Sarah. Wendy, thank you so much for your donation. Please go ahead and post your question. Thank you. Oh, Wendy, you back from Portugal? Oh my god, you just got back today. How exciting. Was it awesome? I'm doing okay. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking, love. Oh my god, girl. I bought my second one of these dolls yesterday, and I was at Pop Mart and I saw everybody at Pop Mart was like shaking the boxes. I'm like, what's going on here? So I went on Reddit and I knew exactly which dolly I wanted, and they only had 9 boxes left, and so I like it's ridiculous, but it's like if you tap on the center, it sounds like if it's like lightly hollow, then it's this one, and it has to shake sound this way when you shake it to the left, and it's kind of like bottom heavy thunks when you like put it on the thing. And so I did this for about 10 minutes at Pop Mart yesterday, and then I realized I had to go to synagogue and I was going to be late, so I was like, okay, this one feels like it's it. I'm just going to get it. Well, I was freaking on the money. I got her the caddy spoon. This is the girl I wanted. I can't believe that method. Well, I can actually believe that method works because these are all differently sized figurines, but damn, I was so happy. Lisbon was so dreamy, but I didn't feel like it was home. Interesting. I hear you. Do you often feel that way when you go to new places? Like, oh, this could be home? Because it often takes like sometimes like more than one time for me to go to be in a place to like where it feels like I know. Isn't she so pretty? I love her so much. What did I name her? Iris. I named her Iris. She is super beautiful, and I'm just so happy that I got the one I wanted too. I was like, yes. I like screamed. I was so happy. I was like, yay! I'm like, oh my god, am I really behaving this way? All right. What does Spirit want me to prepare for the near future? I felt that way about London and Paris. Like I could live there. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I definitely felt. Yeah, yeah, New York too. Like the first time I went. Yeah, I hear you. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Wendy with any and all advice she needs to prepare for her near future. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Wendy with any and all advice as to how to best prepare for her near future. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Wendy with any and all advice as to how to best prepare for her near future. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Wendy with any and all advice as to how to best prepare for her near future. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Wendy with any and all advice as to how to best prepare for her near future. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Wendy with any and all advice as to how to best prepare for her near future. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Wendy with any and all advice as to how to best prepare for her near future. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Wendy with any and all advice as to how to best prepare for her near future. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Wendy with any and all advice as to how to best prepare for her near future. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Wendy with any and all advice as to how to best prepare for her near future. And we just received a donation from Gina. Thank you so much, Gina, for your donation. Let me quickly add you here. Okay, one second. All right, Miss Wendy, we have the Empress. That's a cute-ass Empress. The Eight of Pentacles reversed, Eight of Cups, 10 of Cups reversed, and 6 of Wands reversed. Okay, love. They're saying that the time is now. The time is really Eight of Cups right here in the center. The time is coming very, very soon for you to walk away from something. This would be your job and or the country. Definitely job with this Eight of Pentacles reversed. Eight of Pentacles is one's source of income. The regular old 9 to 5, we have it in its reverse position. I do want some clarity with this 10 of Cups reversed and this 6 of Wands reversed here. I feel like these are like warning cards. Yeah, not warning cards, but 10 of Cups reversed is indicative of disharmony, an unhappy home, domestic conflict, which you're not dealing with in the literal sense, but when I just read that in my little handy-dandy book, I was like, domestic conflict, like, is there not conflict and unrest in this country? There sure is. Especially us being in California right now. Am I allowed to say ice? I think I am. Yeah. There is definitely conflict and unrest domestically, not in your home. And not to say that your place is an unhappy home, but you are looking, you are searching, you are looking for something more, something further. And the 6 of Wands reversed. 6 of Wands reversed is usually defeat. But it's also lack of. This isn't saying that you're going to be defeated, but it's saying that there's a lack of achievement in the direction in which Spirit wants to see that achievement being made. Hi, Gina. Yes, I added you to the queue. Thank you so much, Gina. With this Empress card as well, I feel like Spirit is saying, like, now is the time to, like, now is really, really the time to get your ducks in a row and start planning for to leave your workplace, and or to leave your current place where you're living. Excuse me. I mean, this Eight of Cups that I'm seeing right here in the center is like speaking very loudly to me. And the Empress is, you know, she sits there on her throne and she's got her wand. You know, she's definitely a woman of action, but she's also very tactful in her actions. She doesn't make knee-jerk reactions or decisions. She's very creative in the way that she executes things and in the way that she lives her life and plans accordingly. The Empress is definitely energy of, new ideas springing to your mind, new possibilities, creative blocks, unblocking, and like fully seeing the direction that, and having a clear vision of the direction in which you are going to be moving forward. And it's not, and with this Eight of Cups and the Empress, again, it's not, Spirit isn't saying, like, just put in your notice at your work and move to another country right now. Like, of course, like, it should be done methodically, and of course, you know that. So they're not suggesting like, you know, just a knee-jerk reaction of just like I'm gonna go, but to, you know, to actually plan for that moment, that for when you are going to put in your notice, to not allow yourself to get wrapped up in more work affairs, not affairs, but work, like projects and like continuations of project and extensions. Knowing, like setting a date for when you really do walk away. And yes, they are talking about moving, but they are largely talking about your work. I kept on thinking about all this on my trip. Yeah. You had space to breathe. Yeah, you had space to breathe and really think about it, and be away from it. Be out of that environment. And I'm with Spirit. It's, you know, I'm kind of in that place where I'm living right now. Like, I can't just like go right now because I haven't lined up another place to move into. That's for next month. But so like no knee-jerk reactions, but like I do need to just make that final decision like very soon. For me, I need to like, you know, I've set a date for myself. Like I'm definitely like putting in my notes like next month. But yeah, and it, like looking more at your job and that and walking away from that. You're very welcome, Miss Wendy, and I would love to hear more about your trip to Portugal, and more about Lisbon. I also have really sad news. I can share it on IG. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that, Wendy. Um, yeah, I will check that. Thank you so much, love. Thank you. Monique. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Monique. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, love. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. Miss Monique, please come to the chat. Thank you. Make way for the birthday girl. Monique, please come to the chat. Thank you. Roddy, you want me, can I tell you anything about Meredith? I can answer a question about Meredith. Yes, I answer questions about other people all the time. All my donation information can be found at the bottom of the chat. Thank you. Monique, please come to the chat, love. It is your turn. Thank you. Monique, please come to the chat. Thank you. And if Monique's not here in the next minute or so, we will move on to Gina. Thank you. Hey, Monique. No, it is your turn. It is your turn, girl. Please go ahead and post your question. Thank you. I sang happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. You're all good. You are all good, love. I'd like a general reading from spirits, any advice they have for me that'll keep me going forward in a good direction. Got it. Absolutely. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Monique with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Monique with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Monique with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Monique with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Monique with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Monique with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Monique with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Monique with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Monique with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Monique with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Whoa. Okay, love. It's crazy. You know, I was actually thinking to myself like 2 days, or yesterday actually, I was like, I haven't had a question for advice from one's angels and spirit guides in a while. That is something that I offer everybody. Okay, we have the, this is the king or the queen? I'm so sorry, girl. Give me 1 sec. I forgot about these cards. The king and the queen are, okay, that's the queen. The Queen of Pentacles reversed. The Page of Wands reversed. The Knight of Swords reversed. 2 of Wands reversed. And 5 of Cups reversed. Okay. Starting with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, I know you just started you started your job not too long ago. And last we spoke, you were loving it, you're doing great. Queen of Pentacles reversed, whenever I see the Queen of Pentacles reversed, that is almost always, especially when we're asking messages from Spirit, there's almost always a sign of either a warning of work burnout or letting you know, like, you're working really hard, you're working really, really hard, and that's great, but do remember to take time out for yourself, to take care of yourself, to tend to yourself, tend to your inner garden, to not overwork yourself. And this Knight of Swords reversed is a reminder to not overthink, to do your best to not overthink things. The Knight of Swords reversed is very chaotic, scattered mental energy. I experience it a lot, being an Aquarius, Gemini moon, Libra rising. I'm all air. And most of my chart's air as well. I do have a lot of those scattered thoughts. Knight of Swords reverse is also us often putting, trying to like put the pieces together where there's missing information, which we all do. If we're presented with something, with some information, and we don't know the whole story, we often try to illustrate the story by fitting in, finding puzzle pieces that we can see and fit in. But that can be dangerous because it's based on our own conjecture. So it's good to take things at face value and to not overthink things. This Page of Wands reversed is definitely a reminder to you're definitely on the right path. Stay on that path. But it's also a new path for you. With this new job, it's a new chapter of your life that started maybe 3 months ago or so, I think. And to keep your eye on your goals and your dreams, and with the page being in the Wands suit, the Page of Wands is a reminder to I don't want to say to not waste time, because Spirit's not suggesting that you're wasting time, but to really use your time as wisely as possible, and to not let your goals and things that you want to see come to manifestation or fruition, to not let them get away from you, to stay focused on them, because you can make them happen. And it's similar energy with this Two of Wands reversed here. Two of Wands reversed is very much an energy of knowing that you need to make a decision, but being in almost like fight or flight mode, or like freeze mode. You're like frozen. And Two of Wands reverse is very much energy of like almost wanting to outsource decision making, like the decision's difficult to make to the point where you almost wish that someone else could make the decision for you. I'm wondering if that has to do with your desire to move, to find your own place. But to definitely keep your eye on that happening in your life, because so long as you stay focused, you can and active and taking action, or consistent in taking action, you will find success. And then this Five of Cups reverse. Now, I pull a card for myself every day. I've been doing it for many years, and I pulled the Five of Cups reversed yesterday. That was my card. And I pulled the Five of Cups reversed 3 days prior to that. And I pulled the Five of Cups reversed, I believe, 4 days prior. I keep on pulling the Five of Cups reversed for myself. So it's a card I'm quite familiar with. Being grateful, practicing like active gratitude, which is not to say that you're not a grateful person or that you're not gracious, but to, when you are feelings of possible loss or regret or doubt, or a lack, to focus on what you do have, and the gifts that are in abundance in your life at this time, and how those gifts will grow and beget other gifts as well. and other opportunities and adventures in your life. So staying focused is a big one here. Of course, continuing with your work, working hard, but being mindful of not allowing yourself to get burnt out. Setting boundaries with yourself in terms of the amount of work that you take on. If you do feel like it's too, if you are feeling like it's too much, that it's perfectly fine to be kind with yourself and gentle with yourself, and to not push yourself constantly, but to at the same time remain focused on how you want your future to unfurl. So yeah, you're definitely on the right path. It's just about like having faith, staying on that path when you might not see immediate results. The results might take a little longer to come to fruition than you would like them to, but that doesn't mean that they're not happening. They are going to happen, so long as you keep on doing what you need to do to make these things happen. Finding out what you need to do to make them happen, and yeah, gathering the resources together mentally and physically, and like plotting like a course, a trajectory for yourself that you can follow in a timely fashion, like setting like small goals, maybe like not even daily, maybe like weekly small goals, like that take steps to whatever you're trying to bring into fruition in your life. Like moving, for example, like doing at least 1 to 2 things a week that put that in forward momentum. It's really been wanting to make more videos for YouTube and keep procrastinating on that. That's good to know to really keep me motivated. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what kind of YouTube content you want to make, but I fully support that. I love making. I love being on YouTube. It's great. And it can be intimidating sometimes. I procrastinated for a while in starting my channel, and then I got a reading. I asked a reader, I'm like, am I ready to start my own channel? And it was like Ace of Wands, the Fool, the Wheel of Fortune. It was basically all like, yes, like now is the time to go forward right now. Whereas in the past, it was like, wait, you got this, but just like wait a little bit. And I think it's kind of like that waiting period right now. So yeah. Thank you very much, Monique, and happy birthday again to you, love. Thank you. Gina, thank you for your donation. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. I'm really into games, and recording that and posting it makes sense. I'll definitely make time for that. Oh yeah, if you're a gamer, for sure. Yeah. That's huge. That's huge on YouTube. Even I watch gaming videos. They're fun. You too, love. You too. I used to be more of a gamer, but less time now, unfortunately. Miss Gina, please come to the chat. It is your turn. Thank you. Gina, please come to the chat. Thank you. Gina, it is your turn. Please come to the chat. Thank you. Gina, please come to the chat. Thank you. Gina, it is your turn. Please come to the chat. Thank you. Gina, please come to the chat. Thank you. All right, I don't know where Gina is. And everybody gets 3 minutes to come to the chat when it is their turn. So the donation queue is open again. But we are waiting for Gina. But in the meantime, if anybody has a question that you would like answered, you can donate and we can answer your question. Yes, I answer all sorts of questions, especially love and romance questions. I always recommend my love spread reading for relationship questions. And they don't have to be romantic either. It's just basically a question regarding how someone thinks about you, feels about you, and what their intentions are towards you. And it's at no additional donation amount. It's the same amount as the regular readings that I have posted at the bottom of the chat. It can be done with a mini reading, which is 5 cards and 1 question. And that is $7.77 if you donate using Venmo, Cashapp, or PayPal. $9.99 if you use SuperChat. It can also be done with a full 10-card reading, which is $14.14 unless you need to use SuperChat, in which it is $20.20. Or an in-depth expanded reading, which is 15 cards. And that is $21.21 unless you need to use SuperChat, in which it is $29.29. But again, it's at no additional donation amount. I am also a psychic medium. I can communicate with those who have passed on. If that is something that you are interested in, please let me know before sending your donation. I just need to know what their name is, their date of birth, their date of passing, and their relation to you. It's super, super helpful if you can provide a photograph of them, but it's not necessary. But it does help me figure out communication with them. I also offer soulmate confirmation readings. I highly recommend this for those of you who are currently in a relationship at this time. and you're kind of curious about where it's going, what the trajectory is. And that can be asked in one of two ways. The first way is pretty obvious. We directly ask your angels, messengers, and spirit guides if the person in question is indeed a soulmate of yours. And if the answer is yes, they'll explain why. If the answer is no, they'll explain why not. And then alternatively, we can also ask your spirit guides if they give their divine blessing towards this connection. If the answer is yes, then that does confirm soulmate status. And that is $16.16 unless you need to use SuperChat, and which is $23.23. And then I also offer past life regression therapy readings. I've been studying past life regression therapy since I was very, very young. And I used to do it utilizing meditation. I have found a way to use tarot to channel people's past lives. And it can be asked with any intention. We can ask for spirit to illustrate a past life of yours that was most similar to your journey right now. We can ask spirit to illustrate a past life of yours that was the most challenging or the most different from yours now, or one that explains something that's possibly going on in your life. But they're always really, really insightful. It's always very interesting to know about one's soul's tapestry, and those are $19.19 unless you need to use SuperChat, and which it is $27.27. And then I also offer private readings. I offer two different types of private readings. I offer them by appointment only, scheduled either by email or over Instagram. And those are done on your time, and it's one-on-one, it's private. Obviously, it's not online. It's just me and you over Zoom. You see the cards, you see me, you hear me. You can give me all the backstory and context you need, and there's no limit to the number of questions that we can answer for you. And then I also offer private readings offline at no additional donation amount. Just send in your donation with your question, and I can get back to you within 1 to 2 hours. I do those either over voice memos, over DM on Instagram, or typed via email, whichever you prefer. So yes, the donation queue is currently open. We are waiting for Gina. When she arrives, we will read for her. Thank you very, very much. Gina, thank you for your additional donation, love. So you wanted to do a 15 card reading? Excuse me. Gina, are you there, love? Gina, please come to the chat. It is your turn. Thank you. Gina, please come to the chat. I can't answer your reading. Oh, there she is. There you are. Okay, initially paid 10 for the mini reading, but I added money to upgrade. Yes, you got it. No problem. And you wanted to do one question? Gina, please go ahead and post your question. Thank you. Gina, please go ahead and post your question. Thank you. I need to know if my husband, Nicholas Aquarius, has or is cheating on me in our marriage. We rushed into a marriage after I got pregnant. He started changing during my pregnancy. I paid a lot of money for us to move out of state for him to transfer to a new location, and I got pregnant again. Feeling alone and confused and not sure if I should leave, I really wanted to know if. I'm so sorry that you're feeling that way, Gina. I'll let you finish. There was infidelity, and what spirit wants me to know moving forward. Should I stay or should I go? Yeah, the classic question. Yeah, will he change? Will things get better? What does spirit want me to know? Okay. Give me a moment. I'm just thinking to myself if we should split this into multiple questions or just keep it in one. And what is your sign, Gina? Yes, I see you in the chat, sweetie. I'm wondering if I should do my thoughts, feelings, and intentions spread so we can see where his thoughts are right now, but that doesn't really answer your question. Yeah, so I think we should split this into should Gina stay with her husband? And his name is Nicholas. Okay. Nicholas. Okay. Let's start with a 10-card question asking if Nicholas will change. And then we'll finish it with a 5-card question asking Spirit if you should stay or if you should go. Does that sound good, Gina? Yes, I can see your questions. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, will Nicholas change and will things improve with him and Gina? Angels, messengers, and spirits, will Nicholas change for improvements between his marriage with him and Gina? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, will Nicholas change to make improvements in his marriage between him and Gina? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, will Nicholas change to make improvements in his marriage to Gina? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, will Nicholas change to make improvements in his marriage to Gina? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, will Nicholas change to make improvements in his marriage to Gina? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, will Nicholas change to make improvements in his marriage to Gina? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, will Nicholas change to make improvements in his marriage to Gina? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, will Nicholas change to make improvements to his marriage to Gina. Ancient messengers and spirit guides, will Nicholas change to make improvements to his marriage to Gina? Ancient messengers and spirit guides, will Nicholas change in order to make improvements to his marriage to Gina? Ancient messengers and spirit guides, will Nicholas change to make improvements to his marriage to Gina? Ancient messengers and spirit guides, will Nicholas change in order to make improvements to his marriage to Gina? Ancient messengers and spirit guides, will Nicholas change in order to make improvements to his marriage to Gina? Ancient messengers and spirit guides, will Nicholas change in order to bring improvements to his marriage with Gina? So we're going to start with 10 cards asking that question. Is Nicholas going to change in order to bring improvements into your relationship? Thank you, love, for your super chat. I really, really appreciate your support, love. We have the Hermit, 10 of Swords reversed, Queen of Pentacles reversed, 9 of Swords reversed, the Hierophant reversed. I see you, Gina. You know what, Gina? I think you need to close your browser and reopen it. Because I don't think we're on the same time frame. I think there's a time lag. I see you, Miss Gina. I was calling your name earlier, and I think that's what you're responding to now. We have the 8 of Cups reversed, Page of Swords reversed, 8 of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and Temperance. Will Nicholas change in order to make improvements in his marriage to you? I see you, Gina. I'll give it a moment for Gina to catch up. Yeah, there's definitely a time lapse, love, which you can fix if you just close your browser and reopen it, which I'm typing. Hopefully you read that, but that also might have a time lag on it too, but I'm going to give you a few seconds to catch up here so I'm not just diving into reading before you're here to respond to me. Hermit and the 8 of Cups reversed, 10 of Swords reversed, Page of Swords reversed, 1 of Pentacles reversed, 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords reversed, Page of Cups, Hierophant reversed, and Temperance. Oh wait, no, that is Temperance, right? Okay, I think we're on the same time frame. Cool. All right, Gina, so these first 10 cards, I asked if Nicholas is going to change in order to bring about improvements in your marriage. We have the Hermit, the 10 of Swords reversed, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, the 9 of Swords reversed, the Hierophant reversed, the 8 of Cups reversed, the Page of Swords reversed, 8 of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and Temperance. So what I'm seeing here is it's not, it's going to take a lot for him to change, Gina. Regardless as to whether he is actually cheating on you or not, which we haven't asked. We can ask that with your last 5 cards, but I think you want to ask Spirit if you should stay or if you should go. But from the energy that I'm getting, regardless as to whether he is actually cheating on you or not, he's making you feel, correct me if I'm wrong, but his actions, or I should say lack of actions, inactions, lack of communication, lack of tenderness, it's not making you feel like a loved wife. It's not making you feel appreciated. And he's kind of in his own world, like doing his own thing with this Hermit card. Which is, I'm not suggesting that that isn't a suggestion that he's cheating on you, but I do get the sense that he busies himself with things that he possibly shouldn't busy himself with. Not at all. Yeah, the way he makes you feel. Yeah, it doesn't make you feel loved and wanted and appreciated. And you're not just his wife; you're the mother of his children. You should also feel appreciated as a mother from him. You know, I feel that way. I think that's really important. But I don't see him walking away. I don't see him have with any plans to walk away. But I also don't see him. He doesn't sense me as the type of man who's, I don't want to say he's not humble enough to accept that he needs to change, but low-key, yeah, at least he's not open or vulnerable enough to hearing you out, which would be telling him, you know, maybe we should go to do couples counseling, because just straight up and down, I'm not feeling like, this just doesn't feel like the man I married. I'm raising our daughter alone in our marriage and pregnant. He's very dismissive, avoidant. He says he doesn't want a divorce, but he lashes out when I tell him how I feel. So you've already told him how you feel, and that's what I'm seeing. Yeah, with this 8 of Cups reversed, like he's not leaving, I wonder if it's and he's not even raising your daughter. You're raising your daughter alone. And then he lashes out when you tell him how you feel, and your feelings are totally valid here. Yeah, he does not have the emotional depth. He's very, very, or humbleness to accept that he needs to change, that this needs to change, that your needs need to be met. And I'm wondering if the man who you married was a facade. If this is the real him coming out. Because that's really bad. I mean, it sounds like you're aware that that's not the right behavior. You know, and if this was a friend telling you the same thing, you'd be like, girl, run. Even though it's not that easy. You know, you're pregnant, I understand. But you would say, you know, you don't deserve that treatment. We went to 12 sessions already. He says it's me that needs help because I wonder if he's unfaithful or was. I need to know so I could walk away. I feel he was fake. You know, oh, okay. So he's deflecting. Like, if his behavior is making you feel like he's cheating, regardless as to whether he's cheating or not, he needs to be, doesn't the therapist note this stuff, that he needs to actually be warm and like kind and like not dismissive towards you? Like, that's deflection, and that's a technique that cheaters use. I'll just say it. We didn't ask if he's cheating on you right now, but I wonder always flipping out on me, or always flipping it on me. I'm not a doctor, but that sounds like some narcissistic behavior. And it's narcissists who are always, they're always the most avoidant to get help. Yeah, he doesn't listen. He's tuned out. He's tuned out, exactly. He's not humble enough or vulnerable enough to accept that he needs to change, that he's not being the husband and father that he should be. He's not putting in the work. This Queen of Pentacles reversed, and it is, but it shouldn't feel like work to him. Just saying I love you and being there for you and being warm towards you, that shouldn't feel like work. He does still have attachments to you. As you said, he balks at the idea of divorce and starts yelling, screaming. But I'll be honest, I feel like it's just more out of a place of cold comfort with this Nine of Swords reversed, this Page of Cups, and then this Nine of Swords reversed, staying in his comfort zone. Yeah, he's always the victim, very negative, claims he's just stressed about money. I get bare minimum, if even that. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. And it's like you're the one raising y'all's kid alone, and he's hardly helping with that. I've seen that. This reminds me of a client of mine from back in the day. He was this guy is reeking of narcissist. I can't diagnose him. I am not a professional. That's a technique they use. Yeah, you're always the problem. It's never them. They don't have any mirrors to look in. They can't look in a mirror and actually see who they really are. So in their eyes, everyone else is the problem. That narcissist, was obsessed with staring at their own reflection. He's not like that, but like the narcissistic term comes from someone who doesn't have a mirror, or doesn't accept like really looking in the mirror. And our best mirrors are usually other people's eyes, but he's just looking through his own lenses. And the way he sees this is, well, I'm just unconventional. But in reality, this is, I believe, just this is a core part of who he is. The Hierophant reversed in Temperance. I don't think that he's going to change to improve the marriage. I don't think that he feels he needs to. As you just told me, he feels like he doesn't need to, when in reality he absolutely does. And I would be hard pressed, if you were at couples therapy and I doubt this even happened, but say the therapist said, by the way, Gina, I noticed this would probably, if you did this, it would probably improve your marriage. I bet you anything you would drop everything and do that thing. Am I not correct? Like, you would listen to that therapist and be like, okay, yeah, I acknowledge that. I'll do, it's a team, But I'm sure the therapist is totally like, this guy needs to change. He acts like I'm asking too much. I need help. I caught him in lies about his past. I think this is who he is. That's what I'm afraid. If I leave, I have nothing, no family. I ask God for help. I'll have to rebuild while he gets this new life in Georgia, big house. I feel like he's on and off in this discard phase. Yes. Yeah, I don't think he's going to change. I really get narcissistic behavior from him. He's not willing to accept that he needs to. And but you guys are legally married. I mean, that does entitle you to his assets. At least some of them. He would have to support you if you were to divorce, and I'm sure that's a big part of why he doesn't want a divorce, because he knows divorces are so expensive. It was so good in the beginning, and he gave me a life I never had before. He assured me he wanted me and to have kids, and I gave him everything. I'm so sorry, Gina. This guy sounds like a master manipulator. The fact that he's, well, I will say, I'm surprised he's even been to therapy, to be honest. So he has, you guys have gone. So I guess I just need to know if there was any infidelity and what my path looks like ahead of me. Yeah, so you have 5 cards left. Yes, we are legally married, and in Georgia it is impossible to get out of it. I have to wait 6 months after I give birth. Really? You can't get a divorce until 6 months after you give birth? That's crazy. Did we want to ask, so for this last question, did we want to ask if he's been unfaithful, or what your path looks like ahead of you? I think your question was, should you stay or should you go? He talked me into moving out to Georgia, and I paid over 17 grand of my own money. First, it was I couldn't file a divorce until we were 6 months resident in Georgia, and now I look into it, and I have. Yes. Which one would you like, love? Do you want me to ask if he's being faithful, or do you want me to ask if you should stay or if you should go? If you want my opinion, I would ask Spirit if you should stay or if you should go. It's only $7.77 for 5 cards, love, if you wanted to ask both questions. Let's start with the faithfulness question. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, has Nicholas been faithful to Gina? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, has Nicholas been faithful to Gina? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, has Nicholas been faithful to Gina? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, has Nicholas been faithful to Gina? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, has Nicholas been faithful towards Gina? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, has Nicholas been faithful to Gina? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, has Nicholas been faithful to Gina? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, has Nicholas been faithful to Gina? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, has Nicholas been faithful to Gina? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, has Nicholas been faithful to Gina? I don't know if you've ever pulled cards on this or asked if he's been unfaithful in any way. We have Queen of Swords reversed, 8 of Swords reversed, the Fool, 10 of Wands, and 7 of Swords reversed. I don't know how well you know tarot, but there's actually a card for cheating. It's this one. It's the 7 of Swords. There's also the 3 of Cups reversed. A lot of readers, when they see that, they get, and sometimes I get whiffs of cheating as well, but the main cheating, manipulation, lies, deceit, betrayal that all falls under the category of Seven of Swords. And when it's reversed, it means someone is hiding it from you. Seven of Swords upright is someone like manipulating in plain sight. When it's reversed, it's like they think they're hiding it better than they actually are. Yes, I don't think he has been completely faithful to you in this marriage. King of Swords reversed. Oy vey. The King of Swords reversed. The King of Swords reversed is unfair, is an unfair, manipulative, usually masculine figure. Domineering, manipulative, deceitful, not truthful. Eight of Swords reversed. He has broken the bonds of your marriage. Eight of Swords upright is someone who is bound. It can be seen in a negative way or a positive way, but it's bondage. Being bound. In a marriage, you are bound. And when it's reversed, it means he has not adhered to those bindings. He has strayed on his own path with the Fool card. And Fool is very literal in this case. The Fool, the wisdom of the tarot, the Fool is actually a very wise man, but we'll just call this guy Fool because he is. And then this Ten of Wands. I don't feel like, and this isn't supposed to make you feel better. You may even nod your head in agreement and be like, yeah, I know. But you're not the first woman he's behaved this way to. I don't know if he's ever been married before. Reversed is cheating. Upright or reversed, it's still cheating. It's Seven of Swords is never good. It could be the best in its best case. The Seven of Swords reverse would be seen as him telling you outright, I've cheated on you, which he has not done. So this is telling me that this is more like really trying to keep things under wraps. Is that physical or emotional cheating? We didn't specify. We asked if he had been unfaithful towards you in your marriage, and the cards are saying yes. He has strayed from the binds of your marriage. It could be emotional and not physical. It could be physical and not emotional. It could be both. I don't know. We didn't differentiate that. In my opinion, which you didn't ask for, cheating is cheating. And emotional cheating usually leads to physical cheating anyway. I honestly, with this Ten of Wands, I would stand to think that it's likely more physical and less emotional. With all these wands, there's no cups here. This guy doesn't have the capacity. I feel like he doesn't have the capacity for true emotions. He is very surface level. I got that right. I said that and I was like, oh, maybe he's not shallow. No, I do feel like he is shallow. And I feel like he's manipulative. I don't think he has the capacity to truly love, because this is not how you treat someone who you truly love. Again, even if these cards were wrong and he's not cheating on you, the way that he is treating you is making you feel unloved and unwanted, not appreciated, like a wife should be appreciated. So this looks like, I didn't hear the last thing because of stupid ad. Okay, the last thing I just said was regardless as to whether he is cheating or not. Say these cards are wrong. These are like all cards of someone who has been untrue, broken bonds, walked away. Even if this was not correct and he hadn't been cheating on you, he's still making you feel that way. That says so much, you know? That because that's not how you treat someone who you love. I don't think he has the capacity to love, honestly. So I don't think there's any emotional cheating. I think, I mean, I didn't see any cups there at all. There were 10 wands. Wands is desire. So I don't get the sense that there's any emotional cheating going on. But I do get the sense that he has possibly been physical with another woman. What was the card before Seven of Swords? Couldn't hear. That was the 10 of Wands. We had the King of Swords reversed, the 8 of Swords reversed, the Fool, the 10 of Wands, and the 7 of Swords reversed. Swords in their reversed form are almost always manipulation. Can be anxiety, but in this case, I'm not feeling anxiety on his part. And there's probably, I know there's anxiety on your side of things. But that wasn't what we asked. We asked if he had been faithful to you in your marriage. And yeah, that's not, it's not how you treat someone that you love. Even just the way he speaks and behaves towards you. It's not the right behavior. So, yeah, love, that's what I'm seeing. You are more than welcome to donate for an additional question if you would like guidance moving forward, which direction, how to move forward from here. But it doesn't look good. And again, even if those cards are wrong, everything that you're telling me regarding his actions and the way he communicates with you is not that, it's not correlated with a loving husband. That's not how you love someone. It's not how you show them that you love them. And you did nothing. You, and I hope you know this, you did not, this is not your fault. You did nothing. You did nothing, and you were not, that's why, and that's likely why Spirit was saying, this is not the first time he's behaved, he's treated a woman this way. I don't, you told me that you guys got married really quickly. I don't know how long you guys knew one another before you got married, but there were likely a lot of skeletons in his closet that he didn't want you to find out, and knew that if you did, you likely wouldn't move forward. And I've seen people do this, and it doesn't make it okay at all. So I want to hear it if Spirit tells me if I should leave or stay. Okay, love. Please send your donation. Thank you. No, there's no one. There's no one in line. So if you PayPal right now, and everybody gets 20 cards per turn, so you're fine. No, you won't lose your place in line. I'm here. You'll be next. You don't have to wait. So you don't want to ask Miss Gina? I feel compelled to pull at least a couple cards for you to see if you're still here. Just so we can see, I can give you some direction moving forward. Should we do that? I don't mind doing that, Gina. Oh, sorry. You said I gave my all. I thought you meant you didn't have enough money. Thank you so much, love. Thank you, Gina. Okay, so should you stay with Nicholas, or should you go? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Gina stay with Nicholas? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Gina stay married to Nicholas? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Gina stay married to Nicholas? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Gina stay married to Nicholas? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Gina stay married to Nicholas? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Gina stay married to Nicholas? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Gina stay married to Nicholas? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Gina stay married to Nicholas? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Gina stay married to Nicholas? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Gina stay married to Nicholas? Thank you so much, love. Ace of Swords, Nine of Swords, 10 of Swords, 2 of Swords reversed, and 7 of Pentacles reversed. So they're saying that they can't tell you what to do. They're saying there might be one last final shot in speaking your voice with this Ace of Swords. Speak your piece, speak your voice, and if he responds again in the exact same way that he always does, then you can stay. They see how difficult this decision is with this 2 of Swords reversed. They see the difficulty, but they're saying that if you stay, it will cause you lots of sleepless nights and anxiety with this 9 of Swords that won't be resolved and will likely only get worse. And the relationship will likely come to an end even without divorce, before divorce proceedings. It's already deteriorating. But Spirit is saying that although it's not an easy road ahead. It's easier than you think if you were to leave with this Seven of Pentacles reversed. I'm assuming it would be after that 6 months, so that it would be a formal divorce proceeding, so that you still have, you know, your resources to take care of your guys' children, because they're his. You know, they're his too, and he will have to support them. And Spirit is saying that it is an easier road ahead than it appears. It's not an easy road by any means, but it's not as difficult as you would believe, and it's far less difficult and far less frustrating and slowly soul crushing, quite frankly, than staying in the marriage. The Nine of Swords is my least favorite card. Well, I hate the Seven of Swords too, the one that we pulled in your last reading, the cheating, deceit, manipulation. But I hate the Nine of Swords. I have a personal vendetta with the Nine of Swords. As someone who deals with a lot of anxiety. Nine of Swords is anxiety and insomnia, fear, through and through, and not abating. And when I said that they said that they can't make the decision for you, that's why this card is reversed. This Two of Swords decision, because it's not an easy road with either one, but they are saying that one road is easier, and they can tell you that the easier road would be to leave, because he's not going to change, and he will likely get worse in time. But it is worth speaking your voice at least one last final time, and gauging his reaction to your needs, your unmet needs. If he continues to deflect and just say that he's not the problem, then he doesn't know how to be a husband, or he doesn't want to be a husband, because that's not how a husband behaves. A marriage is a balanced partnership between two people, a balanced partnership of give and take, and as you said, you give your all. I truly believe that. When you give, you really do. And I see him taking. I don't see him giving, certainly not reciprocating what you bring him and give to him and do for him and his child. So it is a difficult road. It's not one without challenges. But the more stressful, the more difficult situation would be to stay with him, because I just, Spirit's saying he's not going to change, and people often don't change. That's the thing, is I don't think the man you married was who he was. I think he was putting on a facade, and I think this could very well be the man he really is. And if that's the case, then I know you've invested a lot in this, but you don't want to continue investing in something that's not returning, that's not giving you any return, you know. So yeah, that's what Spirit is saying. I had a feeling Spirit was going to say that they were going to advise you to leave. Like, you can stay, but it's just going to continue to hurt and will likely get worse. Things won't improve, which is what you need and what you deserve. So yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you, Gina. stay armed with the facts, stay armed with your information, and you're a woman who's full of grace and full of love, and I don't even have to tell you not to stoop to his level in attitude or behavior or communication, because I can just sense that you don't. I've had similar readings and just lies. He rages. He has guns. I'm scared. I don't want him to hurt himself or me. Oh God. Yeah, that's what you need to walk away from love. Things will only escalate. And you're a smart woman. And I was going to ask you that too earlier, and then I withheld. I was like, I almost asked you, have you been to other readers and asked this question? Because it's a big one of those big questions, Not like other questions aren't as big, but asking if someone's cheating on you or faithful to you, it's a very loaded question, and so I was curious. And yeah, other readers, yeah. And I can't speak for other readers, but I am often curious. I just have to quietly plan my exit, yeah, and leave everything behind. I can't believe I'm going through this again. Same demon and different men. It's that narcissistic, it's that NPD demon, I swear, and the gift, the one gift from this is, well, your children, obviously, and the knowledge moving forward. You know how to identify the red flags. You know what they look like now. And taking things, I've learned it. I learned it the hard way myself. I'm 40 now and I'm single, and because I'm picky. I'm dating, but I don't want to settle. I used to settle. I used to stay with people I shouldn't. I used to start relationships with people I shouldn't. I used to start relationships super duper fast. I would jump into them. And yeah, the narcissist empath dynamic. I was talking about that with my friend, my coworker. Yeah, they just got out of a very, very toxic, abusive relationship, and their partner, total narcissist, and whereas they're a total empath, and I felt it, and I felt it with them like the whole time I've known them, and I was driving them home. I was like, have you ever thought that they target empaths like you, like, and us, like, narcissists do that, and they were just like, yeah, like, absolutely, and then they said, yeah, there's a whole dynamic, yeah. I have 3 kids from previous marriages that I had to raise on my own. Never thought I would be in this position again with 2 small babies. You will rise, love. You will rise. You will thrive. You will do just fine. You gotta keep yourself safe and protected. And at this time, you're not in a safe place. This is a vulnerable, scary place. You said he's quick to anger. He lashes out at you at very reasonable things that you bring up. You've got this, love. It doesn't, and that's what Spirit was saying. They acknowledge that you feel like everything is stacked against you and that you can't push through this, but you absolutely can. It's such the easier route. It's not nearly as frustrating as you would think it is, or difficult. There are people who will be there for you and try and help in ways that they can. I don't know if you're part of a church or anything like that, or some type of community, like-minded community, but if not, definitely get involved, and find a new family, spiritual family. That's another suggestion that's saved me. My I'm so blessed to have a wonderful family, but I also didn't have the best of friends, and I needed a new community, just people to have your back. You're so welcome, Gina. Much love and light to you. You've got this. Yeah, if you just need to chat or whatever, then you can always come to the channel. We're always here for you. I'm here for you. And usually we're chatting if I'm not reading. And you're always very welcome. Thank you, sweetheart. So I've been on for a little over 2 hours, so I'm gonna do a last call. Of course, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I was at synagogue on Friday night, but you will be in my prayers every night. and we yell the names out of people who we care about at a certain point in our service, and you are on that list, and you're in my prayers life. Absolutely. Thank you. You've got this. You really do. If Spirit felt that it wasn't, that you shouldn't, that it was just too dicey, they would say, but you've got this. So I'm doing a last call tonight for all donations. If anyone has any last burning questions they would like to ask tonight, please send your donation in now, and we can get to reading your question. Thank you very much. Last call tonight for all donations. Thank you. Last call tonight for all donations. Thank you very much. Last call for all donations tonight. Thank you. Last call, everybody, for donations tonight. Thank you. Last call for donations. Thank you. Alright, looks like everyone is happy and taken care of. Thank you all so very much. Much love and light to all of you, and I will try and see you tomorrow.